What's up, guys? We're gonna Real Beats. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to use Soul Chords to make beats. If you guys haven't subbed already or turned on, you should do so because it does help it a lot. So I'm right into it. So my BPM is 96. Anything like around 90. Really, you can just tempo tap and get the BPM you like. For the actual scale, I'm just using a minor. So we can go with like a C minor, and we can always transpose later. So the point of this video is a follow along. So if you want to follow along and copy everything I do, you can. But we're preparing for a mixing tutorial. So in that video, I'm gonna show you like a new way to mix your your beats and stuff. But we need a beat, and I don't want the video to be like hour long. So this is why I'm making this video. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our first chords. All right, so I'm going to be showing you guys a super simple way you can build Soul Chords whenever you want. I'll probably make a more in-depth video on this later, but for now, I think this will get a lot of y'all by. So what we need to do is just put a note on our root or any note, and then you make a chord up and make a chord down. So I'm going to double this so you can see what I mean. So we're going to make a chord, skip that note, make a chord. All right, so now we do this same thing down though, right? Like this. All right, so let's combine these, right? And then we could delete this mid note. So now the next step, what you want to do is take these middle notes, right? And how do I know that they're middle notes? It's because in this chord, the middle note here is the D sharp, and same if we go down, right? So take these and pull these up, and now you have some Soul Chords, right? And you don't have to do those steps. Like you could take stuff away. But what you want to pay attention to is these like half steps here, right? This is going to give you that like kind of dreamy vibe. So we could do another one. Let's try it with the F. And you don't have to do it exactly like that every single time. All right, so let's make one backwards. And then maybe, let me see. Let's pull this one down an octave. Delete this and pull this F down. All right, and let's take this G, and I'm just, I mean, it sounded good so far, but I'm just placing whatever at this point. So let's take this G, do the same thing, right? So let's do the same thing here. Go up, and then let's go down. And then take these mid notes, pull those up, and let's play the whole thing. All right, and now you have some Soul Chords. All right, so we're just gonna use this, and I might make a counter melody, and let's get started with the beat and everything. All right. Okay, so all I did was just layer this, and I probably should use this sound first, but it is what it is. So here's what both of them sound like. All right, pretty smooth. So I do want to keep that vibe. So for the counter, I don't want to go crazy. I just want to kind of add little frequencies in there, sprinkle some stuff in. So to start, what we could do real quick is just pick any notes from in between, right? Because somewhere in here is a melody, right? So I'm gonna take these two, copy those, right? You can start anywhere you want. That's just what I decided to do. Hold Shift D, and then we could just offset these slightly. Let's pull it down an octave. And then we could go up. We can start to make a chord like this, and then just use this note, which is the root note anyway. So we could do that. Maybe do something. And we could take this low note here. Then probably just copy this. And let's take this up an octave like this and pull this over. And let's play the whole thing. All right, so that's the counter. So let's move on to the next part. All right, so let's just get started with the bass. And I'm gonna just take this bass line right here, copy it. And then we could paste it right here. Now, since this melody is super like simple, I want to cut it up and just kind of fill in the gaps with the drums and the bass. So we can just start cutting stuff up. We could do like some cuts like this. Maybe we could do one here. Then let's offset this one. See what this sounds like. And then we could do like a little, like do this same pattern, but over here, just so it's like, so you can kind of know it's the end. All right, so I think that's good. So let's just copy this to the 808, go here, and then we're just gonna kind of fill in some stuff. Probably turn this up an octave. So I think that's good for the bass. It's a little bit more interesting than just a normal pattern. Let's go ahead and get started with our drums. All right, so let's get started with the drums. And I don't want to do a lot, but I also don't want to not do enough because this beat is pretty smooth where the melody is. So I want to keep that vibe. So let's just throw this in real quick. Get a basic little. Okay, and when I'm placing these, I'm looking up here as well where my like bass is, so I could play off of another. So I'm gonna put this right directly on. And when you're doing like slow beats like this, you want to offset things. So what I mean by that is, you see how this is like completely on the grid, right? You want to offset like somewhere here to give like that delayed effect. And then we could throw in like a cymbal here too. So let's keep this going. Just to give it a little bit more punch, again, I'm gonna have that mixing tutorial in the next video with this same beat. So let's keep this going real quick, and I might fast forward just a little bit. Let's do these hi-hats real quick so we can zoom in. Let's play with the velocity. I'm gonna change the grid. And maybe we could. Then let's stop this right before the clap hits. Okay, and I think that's good. I don't know if I fast forwarded through that part. I probably did a little bit, but for the most part, I think we're done. So I'm gonna play it with the synth bass and then with the 808. So here we go. And again, remember, this will be for the mixing tutorial as well. So and that's the beat. So remember, again, this video, or the purpose of this, is for the mixing tutorial. I'm gonna show y'all, and I will provide all of these files in here anyway. But if you just want to have your own beat to work on, I would suggest follow along in this video, and then we can kind of mix it together in the next video. And I'm gonna show y'all like some little secret things you could do. All right, but that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if y'all new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.